most visited tourist site in Paris. 12 to 13 million visitors a year, more than the Eiffel Tower. This is a structure that is, it's iconic. It's known around the world, and it's just devastating to see this going on right now. In terms of its position in the church, Candida, how does this cathedral factor?
Well, this is, if you're a member of the French Catholic Church, this
Hey, if you look at the colors over here, does that look familiar? The skies?
One of the most
Chemtrail skies, does that look familiar?
Recognizable Catholic churches in the world. And so it has a very high status. France is a very Catholic country, and Notre Dame is the premier Catholic church
Candida? What a name is that?
It is, as you say, very architecturally
Candida, you're kidding me, right?
But it's also the focal point for Catholics in that country. And to see the church literally fall to pieces and crumble during Holy Week.
Seriously, is that her name?
Such an enormous shock to people there.
And it is the seat of the Archbishop of Paris, is that correct?
That is correct. It's always been the seat of an important bishop.
I bet you it's a directed energy weapon.
When the Bishop of Paris first ordered construction on the cathedral.
It's,
from that sun simulator.
Impossible to believe,
the cube.
To imagine Paris without Notre Dame Cathedral. I mean, that's how iconic.
Bombs away. There it goes.
So, Candida, in
looks
terms
like
of
chemtrail skies right there.
This is Holy Week. This would be an active
it looks
week
like
there for
could be a
Catholics,
TR3B.
That's correct. And this is Easter. This is the most important period in the liturgical calendar. And for much of Holy Week, Christians are sort of in mourning.
When Babylon creates, they destroy.
And now we're going to see French Christians in mourning for the Cathedral of Notre Dame.
It's impossible to.
That name kills me, Candida moss. Isn't that a bacterial name?
We do know that French President Emmanuel Macron postponed a televised speech to the nation because of this.
You're kidding me, right?
His pre-recorded speech was set to be aired this evening. Was supposed to lay out his long-awaited answers to the yellow vest crisis. But now there's a new crisis in Paris. Do you think that for the people of Paris, this is an incredibly emotional event, Candida, whether or not they are Christians or Catholics?
Yes, absolutely. I think for anyone who lives in Paris, this is an enormously emotional moment to see iconic building, whether or not you're religious, fall to pieces. It's just devastating that there's really no other word for it. And our only hope...
Candida, sorry to interrupt you, but we're going to a CBS News special report. Let's listen in.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Jeff Moore in New York, and we are following an awful situation in Paris at this hour. The historic Notre Dame Cathedral is burning. The spire has collapsed. Flames burst through the roof just a short time ago. We've been watching this giant plume of smoke that can be seen all over Paris. The Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yeah, I got zapped.
12th century. It's one of the most visited landmarks in Paris. Millions visits every year, and now those who are there today have been watching.
The technology did that shit.
Once again, the Notre Dame Cathedral on fire. Part of it has collapsed in Paris. Our Elaine Cobb is in Paris at this hour. Elaine, what do we know?
Jeff, the fire took hold really rapidly. The first flame developed into a massive blaze.
Strontium, barium, aluminum.
It's what has helped it go.
Sun simulator up in the fucking sky.
The fire has just collapsed.
DARPA.
There's 13th century.
13 Illuminati families.
The
Swiss Templars. Woo!
A lot of materials and a lot of equipment relating to that in the church as well. And there have been some suggestions that it may have contributed to the blaze.
Look at that smoke.
They do not know.
Looks like directed energy weapon.
The fire, but at this stage, it looks like the fire is winning.
Oh, now you might know how California feels.
Notre Dame was undergoing a €6 million or $6.8 million renovation project, as you mentioned.
Are you guys waking up?
And because
Hello?
wood and a lot of the material is so old,
anybody out there?
For firefighters, as we watch this scene continue. What do we know right now?
Anybody home?
May or may not have been in the cathedral at the time.
It's unclear at this stage if there was anybody inside. It is quite likely that there were workers inside involved in the renovation. There are usually visitors.
Oh, we're going to blame the workers. Okay.
Within the church itself. They would have been evacuated right away, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's also keep in mind that this fire comes at the beginning of Holy Week. We're not seeing any water.
Okay.
Elaine, I'm not sure exactly what images you're looking at right now, but not seeing water being poured into these flames right now, which does not appear to have gotten any better at all. And we mentioned that giant plume of smoke, which can be seen all over Paris at this hour. Elaine, you live there. Talk a little bit about the area and the neighborhood and the construction that's been ongoing there.
Jeff, the cathedral is in the heart of Paris, both literally and figuratively. It's on the island at the Ile de la Cité, right in the center, and it attracts millions of visitors, but it's also a very special symbol for Parisians. You can see the spire, or you used to be able to, and it's also exactly where point zero for France is, right in front of the cathedral. It's where everything is measured to the rest of the country. Now, it's a very built-up area because it's residential. It's the heart of Paris. There are cafes and restaurants that will have made it very difficult for the firefighters to get near. Is that why they haven't been using water yet? That's unclear. They have been trying to put up ladders to get higher and high enough, but with the blaze taking over so much of the building so quickly, they may be just afraid to go too near.
Look at these pictures. So you've been re-racking this. You've been looking at the terrible look at the spire as it collapsed there on Notre Dame. This happened just a short time ago. No effort, or at least no progress as far as we can tell in containing this fire. But Elaine, talk more about the construction that's going on right now, or that has been going on.
Well, Notre Dame has been crumbling of late, and part of that problem is that there are so many organizations involved in running and the upkeep of the cathedral. And we talked to them last year, and they said, we need a fortune to get this back to the state it needs to be. There were gargoyles and statues falling off the back of the cathedral. They wanted to rebuild part of the inside, to rework a lot of the stone, the flying buttresses, many of them are gone. If you look up at Notre Dame, you couldn't necessarily tell, but in fact some of what looked like it was still a stone parapet was in fact just wood made to look like the stone, filling in the gaps. So an awful lot of work underway, and they had been looking for funds in the US as well, appealing to friends of Notre Dame and people who love historical monuments and would help. So the work was, as I said, just this week they took down the statues that climb up the spire in order to renovate them and to work on the spire. But now, of course, that won't be necessary.
Unfortunately so. Elaine, stand by. We are getting word now in from police. They are saying at this point, no deaths. So that would indicate that somebody cleared out either as this was happening or no one was inside when this actually started. The cause at this hour unknown. But to reset what you're looking at here, we've been watching these pictures now roll in for just a little over an hour now. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The iconic cathedral is burning at this hour. The spire has collapsed. Mikey K joins us now on the phone. He is there. Mikey, tell us what you're seeing and hearing.
I've just been covering the area for the last 35 minutes. When I got down to the north side of the thing, which is known as the right bank, I was about 200 meters away, and I basically saw the 300-foot fire that was engulfed in flames. As I was speaking to one of your producers, when they were asking me what I could see, I said the 300-foot fire was engulfed, but I didn't know how long the structure or the integrity of the structure would be able to hold, given that it had been burning for at least 30 minutes. And then literally as I came on air with you, the 300-foot fire collapsed right in front of me. And that's the fire that sits behind the two square structures that are almost as high. I think they're almost 250 feet. But they're the ones that are synonymous with Notre Dame Cathedral. When you look at it from the front, you see the two big square structures in front of you, and then there's the spire behind. Since that report, I've walked down, and I'm now literally just north of Pont de Acol. That is a bridge which crosses to the island that Notre Dame is on. It has been cordoned off by police. There are thousands and thousands of observers, of tourists, of locals. It is rush hour. It's just past 8 o'clock local time in Paris. And now I can see the back end of the spire. So if you imagine the two big square structures at the front of the cathedral, then to the rear of the cathedral you have effectively the main infrastructure where you would walk into the cathedral and you would pray and you would see all of the the beautiful French Gothic architecture. That now is still up in flames. The flames are as intense as they were when I arrived 35 to 40 minutes ago. The spire has now gone, and I can now effectively see flames which are around 200 feet high, and the remnants of what looks like the final components of the infrastructure of Notre Dame Cathedral. There is literally nothing left apart from the skeleton at the back end. The two main structures, the big square structures that extend up to around 200, 250 feet, they remain intact at the moment, but the blaze is, because of about a 10 to 15 knot wind, the blaze is pushing the heat, the flames and the smoke over the two big square structures. But at the moment,
Isn't it past everybody's curfew?
Those structures remain intact, but the roof has.
Hey, where's the orange vest?
Mikey, from what you can tell, what are firefighters doing?
Unfortunately, from my standpoint, the cathedral sits just behind what looks like government buildings and what looks like residential buildings, and they're fairly tall. They're about 100 feet high. So
I bet you anything a directed energy weapon hit this building,
the very top of the cathedral,
I would not put it past
75
them.
feet of the two square structures. So basically, I can't really see
Woozy!
of the firefighting
Woozy!
that the French firefighters are doing. But what I can see is pretty much that the French police have responded
check it
pretty
out.
rapidly.
Who the fuck did this?
The entire area out to what looks like about 100 meters. So effectively, I think the police cordon extends.
Let's blame the
out
dog.
to, and as I'm watching now, literally there is 250 foot flames.
Hey, where's your orange vest?
From the
I don't see him out in the crowd,
the flames
man.
literally extending
Everybody calm
up
the
to,
shit down.
60 feet from the top of what
Where's the
was,
orange vest?
the roof, the cloud filling the
Where's the
Parisian sky
crew?
and the sunset as well.
Yeah, where's the
There's a
fire
beautiful sunset
department?
until the fire happened about an hour ago.
Mikey K, stand by if you would for us. We really appreciate the information there. We also have Ian Lee with us. He's a CBS correspondent in London to talk more about what's happening, what we're watching, these pictures
It's called
unfolding
a fire.
here in Paris at this hour.
With directed
Ian,
energy
talk about,
weapon
this was the
is what we're
project at
watching.
Notre Dame. It was a big one. It was a delicate one, and as we're seeing now, a dangerous one as well.
Yeah, that's right. This is a $6.8 million renovation project that has been underway for quite some time to really fix up the structure of Notre Dame. And we're hearing that possibly this fire was started from that work, although firefighters right now aren't confirming the cause of this blaze. But there's a lot of valuable, priceless artwork that is inside that cathedral. And what we're hearing right now is firefighters are working hard to try to save as much of that as possible. I mean, this is really an icon of Paris, and every moment that goes by, this fire is spreading. And so while they try to stop that fire, they're trying to save what they can, the history of Paris. This is a building that is 800 years old, and so you have all of that, but you do have a lot of that ancient wood that's inside, and that's really what's causing this fire to take hold and spread. That roof is collapsing, so it is also very dangerous for these firefighters to go inside and operate because you do have falling debris from that roof from